Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Changelings by the Sea. As the caravan rocks up, bonk, boom, 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 along the edge of the coastal villages, the coastal line, out a bit of distance away from Dublin, Rides proudly steps out of the car door, slamming shut with a mighty, inhale of breath, and turns his head dramatically. His mohawkish type of hair blowing in the wind. Do you feel that, Bambi?
Bamboo, now sporting hair that at its very longest is about chin length in the front, will kind of pop open the passenger side door because why not right up front with them? It's better company. And what? We'll be standing up still on the car, not God damn it. Damn it. But we'll still be standing up on, like the edge of the car, not stepping down into the sand just yet. So she can kind of pop her head up, looking over the top of the back of the vehicle across at him. Missy?
Feel the air, Bambi. Now break out the barbecue. It's in the caravan. Just awkwardly point.
Like mid bravado has to like pause and
Mhm.
kind of point.
It's in the caravan over there. Yeah. Anyway,
Shake her head, hop down, and walk around to the caravan door, disappearing inside.
we've got sausages and bacon, Bambi, and meat. Oh,
Sausage and bacon?
oh, aye.
Pokes her head out like, what?
You put them down and you grill them. You grill them so fucking deep, and then you make toast with them. Oh, it's better. Well, no, it's not better than sex, but it's good afterwards.
Pops back into the caravan. There's rustling. Then there's the distinct sound of overburdened satyr. She's trying to get the grill out.
God, come here, you dozy. Pulls the thing in with big mighty strength.
Yep, she foists it over to him. I'm not dozy.
A little bit dozy. But anyway,
I'm
that is
not
beside the
dozy.
point. Don't interrupt the monologue.
Out.
Puts his hands on his hips. Right, so we get to let the grill heat up because I have to slowly do it and all that gas and all that shite. We shall walk on the beach and I shall skip stones. I shall be happy.
Pokes her head out again. You're gonna skip stones on waves?
Yes. Don't question my logic. Just turns and looks at her.
She is not laughing at him, barely.
Plus, it's nice to walk on the beach as well.
And that's fair enough. What are we saying? It's like morning, evening?
I'd say morning. Probably 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so probably not quite so early that she can go barefoot without, the sand getting hot. So she'll pop back in very briefly and, find a pair of sandals to pull on and hop right back out again. Probably again as she was the previous night when she took a little outing outside, wearing like one of his fucking tank tops. It's practically a dress.
It says kiss me whole, I'm Irish.
Oh my god. Of course it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fuck it. She's wearing it.
It's got a big leprechaun flipping off people as well.
Oh my god. I feel like it's one of those things that she pulled on, realized what she was wearing when she got out of the room, and just kind of went, well, it's too late now.
Looks at her like the shirt, Bambi, like the shirt.
Oh, do you? I hear
Mm-hmm.
they're all the rage.
Oh,
Super popular in this particular vicinity. Gesturing to the caravan.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But all the same, she'll finally, take a couple, energetic little kind of skipping steps over to get alongside him. Because walkies.
Thump, thump. Seems to be bending down, picking up seashells and rocks and everything as he's walking.
And she'll just kind of watch. She'll probably be walking just feet in the surf. Eventually pull off the sandals.
And as you two are walking along the beach, you see, kind of curving the rock face is curving down, going into that flatness, just maybe a little bit above the the water level. That's the word I'm looking for. The sea itself is the tide's in. It's calm. It's very peaceful. The sun just kind of glimmering off the top of it, shining that little bit, and off in the distance. I say in the distance, kind of over towards the sea, over like a path of rocks again. It kind of curves inwards, making a little inwards bay sort of thing. It seems to be, well, definitely someone Bambi recognizes. Sat cross-legged, kind of just staring out to the ocean, where the sun meets the sea. You could spot what looks to be something kind of dancing around her, very animated as it does. But she seems to be paying no mind to anything, sitting there quite peacefully.
Oh, it's Aelin. She go grabs Rides' hand and starts kind of speeding up, trotting along the beach.
Who the hell is that? Rubs his beard.
Oh, while we were parked last night, I decided to go out for a walk and found her on the coast.
Oh, did you know?
Brought her in, gave her something to eat.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Rubbed his beard curiously.
She's new, super new. I'm not sure what she is yet, but very, very new.
Well then. Rubs his hands together as he's walking.
Oh, don't start that yet.
What? I have not done a single thing. I haven't even said anything.
She does the little, points at her own eyes and then points at him thing, but,
Bambi,
mock seriously.
Bambi, I'm a gentleman. This young lady needs our assistance, so let's move it. Come on, up higher. Pushes her.
She's still trotting along, but the only way she's going to go faster if he decides to scoop her and do some, crazy land-eating strides or some shit.
No, it's not that bad. That'd make a terrible first impression.
Nope. She's scampering along, kind of doing the bouncy steps.
So what?
Especially once they get to the rocks. It's the frolicking rock hops.
Lara sees this gigantic man, just tiny Bambi.
As you guys make your way across the rocks, obviously, they're the kind of the sense of feeling where you're in someone's peripheral vision, but she doesn't even seem to react. However, someone who does seem to react, the little figure that's been dancing around her becomes more clearer that it is some form of crustacean. And as you got closer, the kind of muffled shouting you could hear began to lessen. So, and he kind of took point and kind of scuttled towards you, and just holds out a claw. Halt!
Stairs.
And Bambi will pause after making her next little jump, looking over. Oh, don't be like that.
Takes aim.
It's a crab. It's tiny.
Takes aim.
Right.
Waits.
So, who the fuck are you?
I'm Rise of Lightning. Who the fuck are you? Gets really props himself up, big, puffs his chest out.
The crab puffs its chest out. It is still tiny. Me, I'm Sir Couples Batch. And who rides the lightning, eh?
Oh yeah.
Bambi's face is now in her hand.
What do you think you're doing?
Walking along the beach. What do you think you were doing?
Oh, I'm just fucking walking along the beach.
Well, maybe if you get out of me. Well, maybe if you get out of my way.
Maybe I don't want to get out your fucking way.
Oh, what the
Oh my god. Baby is finally going to do something unthinkable, and if they are squared off, is going to reach around. You know how you can grab a crab from the back without them being able to pinch you?
Totally.
She literally just snags him and flicks him into the water. He'll be fine.
Hey.
And then she points at Rides and it's like, don't you dare smash that crab.
He started it.
I know he did. He always starts it.
Yeah, well, Todd,
Don't you smash the crab.
I would defend myself.
It is her friend. You be nice
Says
to her.
dramatic, like puts his hands.
Well, I mean, don't be nice, but don't smash it.
I was being nice. I defended myself.
I know. But now we've averted a situation. She'll kind of glance back over at Aelin, who presumably, I assume, would have paid attention about time the two of them started puffing chests.
You can just see that as the two puff chests and you flick the crab, Sir Cobble's spatch into the water. You could just see she turned her head a little bit and you could just see, even though her eyes are closed, just the roll of the eyes and the smile of, oh, Jesus Christ. Not again. More of a sense of fucking crab.
And Bambi pops back upright, kind of doing that grimace, the awkward grimace, like, ooh. But waves all the same. It's like, hey, sorry. I needed to avoid a situation. It was escalating.
She kind of just turns around and where she sat, now facing you, still sat down cross-legged, picking that cloak up and just kind of covering it over her shoulders again, just to keep warm from the little bit of salt. You could see, she's matted wet again, almost dripping to a point. And she just smiles and just waves a little bit. It's all right. I don't have to worry about it.
Bambi continues the hippity hops to come on over. Presumably with Rides coming along.
It just looks suspicious out the sea, waiting. And he follows.
All right then, Rides. Perception alertness.
Here we go. I see him.
Oh, you see him. You see the bubbles. They're moving, but you see them.
You just see her Rides growling on their breath. I see you, you prick. I see you. From behind Bambi. As he's walking.
And as you walk forward, Rides, erupting from the sea, naturally, landing in front of your path once again, right by your feet, wielding, the kind of little thin spiral seashells that have a point on the end of them.
Mm-hmm.
The long thin ones. He has one of those, and he kind of whisks it around like a bit of a flail. On guard.
Oh, you want to fight, do you? All right then.
I have to protect my lady.
Stands on his hands on his hips. I am Sir Rides the Lightning.
Puffs out his chest again. Well then, Sir Rides the Lightning. I am Sir Cobble's batch.
Very well then. I'm gonna punk kick him.
All right, kick him.
I'm gonna kick him.
It's a crab, dude. It's not that intimidating.
No,
you can just boot the fucking thing.
I boot him with 3 successes.
Oh yeah, you just go whack, and you just see him fly away, and when he flies away, all you hear is "Yeah, fucking." He just.
Yeah, that's what you get, huh? Flexes his jacket. Sorry about that, ladies. Just had to sort something there. Matter of pride.
He'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I suspect he will be. I'll be waiting.
He'll be back.
I'm waiting. Stands there like a fucking sentinel.
So, as you can see, Aelin, this is, God damn it, Aelin?
Aelin.
And this is Rides, my friend I told you about.
Spins on heel. Hello there! Sticks out his hand. Big, huge, meaty hand.
She picks herself up. He just kind of looks at him, upwards towards him. Because she's not tiny, but she's not exactly huge.
One point of note is that he has emerald green eyes.
She just smiles at him, that almost angelic smile. She takes the hand, very delicately, in fact. It's so gentle to touch. Hello?
He'll immediately bend down to one knee and kiss the hand. They call me Sir Rides the Lightning.
Well, sir, I am known as Lady Aelin of House Fiona.
Inclines his head. My lady. I'm but a humble squire still, but on my way to knighthood. Once that is happening, I shall be joining House Fiona.
Well, I hope we look forward to having you.
Look forward to be had. Looks up and gives this big, yeah, Tormund style, essentially.
They would just be like, man, the sea is so beautiful.
So what brings you back to the coast?
Oh, we're having a barbecue.
Barbecue.
Most noblest of meals as he plonks himself back up.
You want to join us?
And again, I see myself taken into your hospitality.
Well, any friend of Bambi's is a friend of mine, and welcome at my caravan.
Sure, I'll join you for barbecue. It's been a while since I've had one.
Good. Plenty mate.
Just smiles like, yes, this sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, you'll see the back down, points down the coast the way we came. There's you'll see the caravan from the beach.
A question though, my lady. Is your crab friend coming?
You're not going to cook him, are you?
No.
You thought about it.
I was going to make that threat to him to behave himself because, breaking hospitality is quite rude, like.
I'm not sure we can cook him.
Oh, we can cook him.
I mean, does that
Oh,
work? Because he's chimerical, so she's like, is that a thing? Does that work?
Rides just turns to her. We can cook him. But that is not something I intend to do. I am just making the point that
Sir Rides the Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, Sir Cobblesbatch is a knight, albeit a crustacean knight, and I don't think it works exactly the same or anyway at all. More self-proclaimed, I suspect. But I imagine he still follows the same traditions.
It's good. Just, keeping it kosher, that's all. Just so, know where we stand.
He's just very protective.
I can respect that. Looks at Bambi with a smirk.
Albeit he's not the most fearsome of warriors, but he can wrangle some good shrimp.
Well, you're in luck, my lady. You just happen to walk among the fiercest, so to the caravan as he starts proudly walking.
Maybe I'll take a glance back and offer another kind of reassuring smile and start doing her little hippity hops along the rocks, at least until they get back to the sand.
And of course, as you two begin to walk off, kind of clambering over the rocks, you just hear a whoosh as Aileen just dives into the sea.
Well, bless my heart and call me Mary. She's a fish.
Practically, she's a very strong swimmer.
I like that. Flexible. Hmm.
Yeah,
Loves
she was
beer.
glancing back and she kind of whips around, looks at him.
What? I didn't say
Right,
anything.
you like everything.
Nothing wrong with a flexible woman, Bambi.
Squid.
What? I didn't say anything. Keep walking. That's
And
a lead.
by this time, as you two kind of have the mini argument, she's already at the shore. You see her just rise out the shallows. It's like, hello, I'm here. And you're, oh, awkward wave.
Aw.
Waves back. Big gigantic wave. Like, hello, because he's walking.
Yep, and it'll pop up, and naturally, as soon as she gets back to the caravan, baby will pop back in and start pulling out the deck chairs.
Would you like a? You think and say, would you not want a beer? Would you like a beverage, milady?
If you don't mind.
Alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Surprise me.
Holds his hand up and goes, indeed. We'll walk in, he'll give her apple juice. Pour a bit of whiskey in it as well. So it's a bit of both. Haha! Logic.
Very specific,
Sounds so
Torna.
gross.
Very important. What do you do when you
Walks
give
in.
it to her?
Comes down in front of it. And will he will sit it on the table. Almost as if, no, my commoner hands are too poor for you to take it, so there you go.
You sit it on the table, she just kind of looks at you awkwardly, looks at the glass.
You're a lady, you're supposed to, I'm too... Explain. I'm a commoner made into this whole thing, so it's my way of showing you respect.
I'd understand that maybe a formal affair, but sir, here in your hospitality, you don't have to hold to such things.
Yeah,
Not
but
with me,
it's
anyway.
Yeah, but it's being polite anyway, and it's always
I'm not
nice to
saying
be...
it's not.
I'm
I'm not
just
saying
saying,
it's not.
it's always nice to be nice to a pretty woman, that's all I'm saying.
Smiles. As you look down to the glass, you look down, you see, just peeking over the top of it, what kind of whiskey is this?
Irish whiskey?
Yeah, what kind of whiskey?
Leans down. Homebrew whiskey?
Looks at Aelin. Looks at Rides.
Do you want some, do you?
Stares. It's like wide eye, like watching you.
Do you want some, do you?
Taste it. Waits a second. Turns back to Aelin. Your Royal Highness. I decree that this apple juice and homebrew whiskey is safe for your tender lips. Bows. It's a crab. It can't bow. It just kind of puts its head on the ground.
Dunk.
Yeah, essentially. It just dunks. Aelin just looks at Rides, does the awkward shrug of...
Right, just stares at the crab like, did you just think? You know what I mean? Oh,
She
I see
takes
how
it, sits down on the chair, just holding it with both hands, just like, yes, this is nice.
evil eyes the fuck out of that crab. Like, "Oh, I could cook you. I don't care if you're chimerical. I could do it right here. Nobody would know."
Bambi is standing in the doorway with a hand plastered over her mouth, so she doesn't laugh out loud because she's seen the crab do this at least once before.
The crab looks at Rides. I could cook you. Okay. Oh, I could do it. I could do it. Oh, yeah. Totally do it.
Do you want whiskey, Sir Crab?
Scratches his crab chin. He has a chin. It's a crab. But it's there. I'll be alright.
Oh,
Smiles.
That's great. That's good. It's real good. Actually, it's worth pointing out that both Aelin and the crab will see a fucking chimerical alicorn as well wandering around. It looks beaten to fuck, but it evil eyes rides every 5 minutes.
There's also one of these guys wandering around.
And then there's this asshole.
Wides pours whiskey for the thing and like leaves it in front of the unicorn. Goes and gets more for himself and then sits down at the table as Bambi's probably the one cooking, I imagine. Or can Bambi cook?
Bambi didn't take points in a fucking craft. You kidding?
All right then. Ride stands up dramatically. I will do it. We'll put on food essentially.
Isn't barbecuing a super manly thing?
Yeah, it is.
God, trying to get Bambi to do your cooking. Oh God, she's got that stupid. What a shirt. Yeah, she'll wander out. She'll make sure he does have a whiskey, in fact, and will probably pour in for herself and finally pop back out barefoot. Take a seat at the table.
The aliens just kind of sat there like, yes, this is nice. Sips apple juice whiskey.
She just looks at the glass and glances up at her like, is that terrifying?
What?
It's not a combo I would have thought of.
I mean, it's nice enough.
Okay.
There's cider there if you want it. Look over as he flips one of the fucking pieces of meat on the grill.
Yeah, there's cider, beer. There's apple juice that doesn't have whiskey in it.
He said surprised you so. And shrugged. My mom used to drink stuff like that.
That's right. That's awful.
It's not really. It's actually quite nice.
Squints at him.
Aelin nods. Sips the apple juice whiskey again.
Bambi is sus.
So, how much meat do you actually eat, your ladyship?
How
Lifts up
much?
Lifts up a gigantic steak. Will this do?
It's kind of like, yes, that will do just fine.
Excellent.
Bambi slowly head tilts. What happened to the sausage?
There's sausage.
Okay.
Like leans down so Bambi can hear him. We're in the presence of a lady. I got steak as well. Jesus. God, Bambi.
Squints at him. Right. Half of the women we know are ladies.
Yeah, and if they came over, I'd give them steak as well.
Sips apple juice whiskey.
No scrunch.
And eventually, he lays down those, the big, huge frankenfurters, sausages, chips, everything. Just fucking poof,
So you getting on okay?
Oh, yes.
Good.
Just fine. Still hazy, but it's there
That's
at
all right.
least.
I'm sure it'll put itself right in time.
I'd hope so. Plus, it seems like reloading everything again would be. Raises eyebrow. Awkward.
It is. Just kind of a nod. Like, yep, it's exactly that. I still make pretty gruesome mistakes. Shrug.
Sets all the food down. Oh yeah, no. No, you don't, Bambi. You're perfect. Yep. Keeps walking, smirking.
She like pitches him another like little squinty glance. It's perfectly playful, but just that little squinty eye, sheepishly tugging her down much shorter hair, but long enough to tuck behind her ears. Yeah.
Oh? Is everything alright?
Um. I just did something that was probably very stupid and was then told by at least, 4 different people what felt like a good 10 times a piece that it was in fact very
Yeah,
stupid.
that was pretty rude. Not gonna lie. He flips one of the sausages around.
Doesn't matter, everybody makes mistakes.
In the end, it cost me my hair for the moment, but nothing else.
I think the hairdo looks nice.
It will become at least ever so slightly obvious that she's sheepish of it as she reaches up at the reminder and rides a thankful little smile, but still fiddles with it a lot.
Very bohemian.
Oh, thank you, Rides.
It is very nice.
Oh, thank you. But yes. Turns out if I don't know that you'd have to worry about it until you have a place, but once you do, if a magic floating flower shows up, just don't touch it. It's very Beauty and the Beast. Glass case and all.
Right.
It all seems cute and magical until it's trying to grow into your hair.
Huh. That's weird.
I say don't touch because I was trying to be very careful to avoid the thorns, but it still pricked me and then it kind of, absorbs the blood. So bad sign. Fiddles with her hair a bit more. And truth be told, I probably should have thought harder about it, but I wanted to show it to someone and ask them about it. And well, every time I touched it, it pricked me. So I thought if I tucked it back in, kind of gestures like back to a ponytail, like, but if I tucked it back there, it wouldn't touch my skin and I wouldn't have to worry about crushing it. Couldn't very well put it in my pocket. And yeah, it started growing like roots and vines, and I panicked. At least it looks better now than it did. Kind of tucks the hair again behind the ear and finally leaves it alone.
Sounds like you've had an interesting night already.
It got more interesting over time.
Raises an eyebrow.
Well, I warn you because everyone I've talked to has one in their home. We don't know where they came from. We don't know how they got there. And so several of us went and collected them and brought them together to see what would happen. And, things certainly happened. They
That's
reacted.
very descriptive.
They began flying around, humming. Sir Crip said they were singing, dancing. And then they all came to rest together and all grew out roots and vines and completely covered the place that we'd set to work on them.
Well, I doubt any would be appearing where I stay, at least.
Fair enough. No telling.
I'm sure Sir Cobble's batch would try and fight it off in many manner of different ways. She looks over and sees the crab eyeballing the barbecue.
As Rides appears with a mountain of meat, steak gets slammed down in front of her, sausages, chips, everything. It's just nearly like fills the table.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, no problem at all. Ease away.
Cat looks at it like, oh my god, this is more than my body weight.
Won't like a bit of meat anyway. Plonks himself down in the chair, opens up the cider, and he begins to devour everything in front of him.
Blink.
There's a reason why he's 300 pounds of muscle.
No shit.
Beefcake.
Beefcake. Oh god, it's happening again.
What?
But as Lady Aelin goes to pick up the knife and hopefully knife and fork anyway,
Oh yeah, definitely.
she is interrupted by Sir Cobble's batch once again, who parades around the plate, sniffing everything on it intently, picking up one of the chips and eyeballing it very closely. You know, huge cartoon eyes, like, hey, I'm watching you, Chip.
God damn it.
Rides will eventually like go tap on the table. Mid swallow. Crab.
Slow grind. Now you hear it as his head turns towards you.
Are you implying that I would poison your dear lady with my food?
No,
Then why do you need to taste it?
not taste it.
Or inspect it?
He reaches into his pocket. Yes, he has a pocket. Reaches into it. You hear it ruffling around. You hear clanging of metal.
I can't not imagine the crab without a Jamaican accent. I'm sorry.
Good. Good. And he ruffles around in his pocket. He pulls out a scroll that's bigger than him. Rolls it out in front of you, and it rolls across the table to you. Like, from his hand, claw, to you. And he... By royal decree of the sea, the land, and all the tempest and winds, it is I, Sir Cobble's batch, duty sworn to protect the fair lady, Aelin, heir to the throne of the seas. And thus is all... As he pulls out a large pointer, telescopic, so it kind of like extends outwards, points to the middle, and kind of crosses a line. You see number 14. All Anything to be consumed must be first checked by Sir Colesbatch himself.
Right, just shakes his head. Here to the CA.
I don't
Even-
suppose it occurs. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll just look at Bambi just shaking his head like, really?
I don't suppose it occurs to you that a host could take this as an insult.
And I do. Crab.
And before he even gets time to reply, Aelin just kind of smacks him off the table, just whack.
She
Like,
like
"Ugh."
snorts a laugh at that.
Right.
Because let's face it, that's pretty fucking funny.
Right.
Please tell me like that the scroll of the telescoping wand just like piff.
Yep. Just, apologies, he gets rather excited when he gets to pull out the scroll.
There's no need. It's perfectly fine. I just no, it's fine. It's fine. Well, the offense is not with you, Melody. Don't worry.
He's. I shrug, just like, come on, I can't. Look at this thing. It just won't stop following me.
You'll give her a smile. A bit of advice, Melody. Protection is all well and great, but the person who must protect you must also learn to respect you too.
I think he's got anger issues.
No, I wouldn't think that, Melody.
Side eye.
Spark. But he also has to learn to respect your boundaries as well. Just a word of advice.
What can I say? He seems to know me better than I even know myself.
Hmm.
Takes bite of steak. Like,
Cries like yes, yes. Takes a huge bite of the sausage and you're tearing it in half in one bite. Swallows. Nods
Fuck y'all.
approvingly.
Bambi eating politely with a knife and fork like she's supposed to.
I mean, if he wasn't going to be pulling out the scroll, I was going to offer him some meat, but you know, if he's too nervous,
oh no, he won't. After that display, I don't think he'll be eating. Looks down to her left, off the table where the crab is buried in the sand. It's like the glare of, you know what you did. Turns back, smiles.
Sparks looking at her like, yes, she's aggressive. I like that. You know, as he takes a swig of his beer. So, tell us about yourself.
I'm not sure what there is to tell, really.
Well, what would you like to tell us then? Takes a huge, massive bite.
Well, I am Lady Aelin of House Fiona. I've lived by the sea my entire life, as far as I remember. And many others before it. It's weird. Seems to all blend into one.
Can sometimes do that, eh?
For some reason, I just have the strangest memory of being so fascinated with oil lamps. Oil lamps. We have electricity.
Many of us remember lives that we held before.
Oh. Good. I didn't think I would be so fascinated with just something like an oil lamp. It's kind of like, yes, that was quite embarrassing.
Well, it's quite endearing, really, that you can remember such a specific thing.
It fades in and out. Some things very specific, others blurry. but it is what it is. I'm sure I'll begin to
No.
understand things properly.
It'll take time. We give her a genuine smile as he takes a drink. Takes time for all of us.
And what about you, Sir Soon-to-be Knight?
Ride takes a huge bite of the meat, glaring at her, much like that. Well, to put it bluntly, I've grown up fighting most of my life. I mean, as well, like Lara can see his knuckles are like you can see where the bone has been pushed back. There's cuts and scrapes. They're very much fighters' hands.
Fighting.
Mm-hmm. I grew up in a small caravan family, and a lot of my brothers and sisters and I fought. I was a champion fighter. Still am.
I don't doubt it, especially as a man with such stature.
I was the biggest in my family. Most of us were small, like Bambi. Small and scrappy.
Slow look to Bambi as the eyes kind of trail down to where the crab is. Yeah, small and scrappy. Glare.
But since I came into realization of a few things, I now serve as a warrior for the kingdom.
It's very noble.
One has to do what one has to do to protect the people they care about and the kingdom itself. Just nodding. There's a war, and we need to win. Nods sagely as he takes a bite.
A war. I've heard much, but I don't exactly know what's fighting or.
Between two houses. Well, between the kingdoms, really. The kingdom of Leinster and the kingdom of Ulster. Ulster is usually, it is held by, you see his fists kind of tighten. House Baelor. And ours is House Fiona. And they have been bringing a lot of raids to the area. Torturing people. Burning villages and all that.
Torturing people.
Yeah.
Right, especially Bambi will notice the kind of oh yes, very ladylike smile, yes, just goes from smile to what? Glare.
Yeah. They use cold iron.
The things they've been doing are gruesome, and
They paid
clearly
for
they're
it.
looking to get more and more cold iron.
Yeah, but they paid for it in blood. Oh, Jesus, they did.
Rightly so.
Not inclines his head. There was a recent raid which we captured one of the Duke's leading daughters and killed everyone else. Who wasn't worth the ransom. Right in the center of their county. Yeah, this wicked little smile.
Well, as much as it's interesting as it is, I don't believe it's dinner talk.
smirking at her.
About where Bambi starts nodding, like, yep, it's not. Awkwardly poking stuff around her plate, like, I love eating while talking about murder.
How fearsome did she look when she was doing all this time, by the way?
It went from, oh yes, floaty lady to, the kind of look of fucking, I'm going to rip whoever's guts out, whoever did this, blah, like, I will literally string their intestines through their neck and back through and hang them with them kind of look. To, oh yes, no, this isn't dinner talk. No, I'm going to kill them all.
Damn it, Torna.
I mean, that's the Bambi can see. He's like, yes. Yes! Just staring, nodding approvingly, like, my God. She's a warrior woman. You know what I mean? Watching.
Is everything all right?
Oh, everything's great.
She asks, is everything all right? Bambi finally looks up, sees what he's doing, and not so subtly kicks him under the table. Because that's creepy.
Jumps a bit like... Glares at him like, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, mid-eating.
Innocently looking back down at her plate, has no idea what you're talking about.
Oh no, everything's fine. Just, admiring the passion, milady. Very passionate speak the way you talk. That's all.
I thank you, sir, but I don't think passionate speaking is for a small table.
Just inclines his head. Oh no, it's fine.
Plus, I would more get them in the courtrooms, tell them to their faces what atrocity they've committed. It smiles like it goes from the atrocity they committed.
Takes a long drink. Bambi sees it and he's just like, oh yeah. Oh, she's getting it alright. Type stare.
Bambi is still taking occasional glances up at either of them, but mostly just munching and letting them talk about it because this isn't a subject she especially enjoys, and just shakes her head periodically. Every time she looks up at Riot, it's just like, oh god.
You should come to the fighting pits, milady.
I'm not sure I would enjoy the fighting pit so much.
Oh, I think you would. I think you'd enjoy them plenty. It's the thrill of it, you see.
I understand there's a thrill in fighting. But is it why you fight?
Well, there's that too. It's also training the warriors for the fight.
So why do you fight then, sir?
Because nobody else will. Nobody has the balls to do what I do. Everyone else talks. I act. Because the people who live out in the towns and the villages, they're not going to have a fighting chance. I'd rather give my blood and my soul for that. And see them bleed and suffer another day. Everyone talks. Few act.
Very true. Very true indeed. I can respect that.
Inclines his head.
I cannot say my own personal agenda on such things, seeing as I was a fisherman's daughter, not a lady of the sea, not 4 days ago.
Fight comes to us all. Depends on what we do when we meet it.
Let's just say I've inherited a fire that's been burning for a long time, and I'm not willing to put it out.
Well then, I think we're going to get along just fine.
Excellent. Soon as you hopefully will be joining my house. Take a sip
Oh,
of
there's
apple whiskey.
there's no hopefully. There's a definite.
Well then, we have to make sure you get there.
Chuckles. Oh, don't you worry. If there's anything to say about Tristan McBan, which is my name, that I don't do things half measured.
Sage nod.
Takes a drink.
What about you, Pepper? You've been awfully quiet.
Oh, I'm just.
Kind of grins a little fondly over to Reds.
I'm none of that. There's not much I have to say on it.
Every person has their say. It's a sore topic, but it's a topic that all of us will burden one day.
Fighting has its place, of course. You have to defend what's important to you. Especially those little things that are so easy to overlook. It's easy, I think, especially for the she, to look at us and assign a number to how many are lost rather than names, since we are not them. But no, I understand it has its place. It is just not what I do.
Well, she are quite full of themselves, I'd say.
I think they have never had to understand the simpler aspect of life. Just living for the sake of living. So they can't appreciate it.
No,
But all the same.
I'd even say the Fae only more full of themselves are probably the merfolk. Though the she would probably die if they heard me say that.
Gives a bit of a shrug.
Couldn't say. But they certainly have their flaws. No, if I was out on the field, it would be to retrieve and tend the fallen. And even then, if I'm close enough to fighting that I have to worry about defending myself from a strike, I've made a mistake.
Still a noble goal.
I think so.
Smiles, sips apple juice whiskey.
In the end, I guess I've been judged worthwhile, at least for my commitment, if not for my fighting.
A helpless shrug.
I find it a lot easier to focus on the things that are important than to focus on the fighting and the strategy, the killing. There are plenty of others who are better at it than I am. And there are perhaps too few who need to be, or who don't need to be, reminded that that one person who died may only be one, but they still had a name, and there are still those left behind.
Hmm.
I know. I am still just a glorified librarian. And when I can pull it off, a healer. And that's about all I do.
Doesn't matter what you are. It's what you become and you need to be. I'm just a fisherman's daughter.
It gets her a bit of a smile.
Fair enough.
There's nothing particularly special about me.
She glances over to see if the crab is like having an aneurysm.
The crab is having an aneurysm.
There's a faint smirk. Because, it's a shame he's so angry, but he's always so angry and it's pretty fucking funny.
It's more of the aneurysm. I can't believe you just said that. Flails. Puts head in sand.
So I couldn't put my finger on it last night, but someone mentioned them today. Are you a Selkie?
Yes.
Well, you are the first of your kind that I have met personally.
I hope I left a decent impression of my kind.
I may or may not have had a small cardiac event the first time you decided to jump in the water, but other than that, all things considered, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it?
It does. Both one with land and sea.
I admit I don't know much about Selkies besides, well, what I remember from tales. But at the very least, yes, you've made a very good first impression.
I wouldn't even know where to begin with explaining things.
Well, that's all right. I never know where to begin either.
Smiles pretty warmly.
Look on the bright side. Whatever assumptions may be made, I doubt very much that the first thing you will hear out of someone's mouth will be, "Are you on the menu?"
Kind of laughs at herself on that one.
The menu?
Uh, it does seem that my kids have certain proclivities, and certain assumptions are made about whether or not I have the same proclivities. Albeit at the time, I did not realize that was what he was asking, because he was the first red cap I'd come to meet, and all I could think was that's a lot of teeth asking a very scary question.
Hmm.
I took him somewhat literally. It wasn't especially kind to assume.
No, but with that amount of teeth, you jump to conclusions. It's only natural.
It's outright chart-like. It's pretty intense. Especially the first time you see it.
I'd imagine so.
Again, sheepish smile, but what you gonna do? Glance back over to Rides. Is he still just mass consuming? Is he making torment faces? What is he doing?
It's a mixture of both. He's like, food. Woman who is talking stuff that I like. Food. Glares at the crab occasionally.
The crab is half buried in the sand.
Still watch. He's like, it's a combination of three. He's like, food, woman that I want to bang, crab.
Oh boy.
Hmm?
Just nothing.
So, do you two like to, have any hobbies other than barbecues and fighting?
Dance.
Nods. Hello. Not bad.
I do like dancing. I'm careful about it now, but I do enjoy it.
Also really like tennis.
What?
Kind of shoots a glance over.
What?
Tennis?
Mm-hmm. What's wrong
Blink.
with tennis?
Blink.
Just see it on TV. Very aggressive.
If you say so.
Oh, they shout when they hit the ball at each other. It's great.
It's more of a grunt, but
It's a primal shout. I can respect it.
Blink.
more of a heartly grunt. Just like, ooh.
Yeah, but come on, some of them fucking go at it. Like, some like, "Grr!" and then hit the ball. Wonder if it's a tactic.
Could be.
It's a clever one. I mean, I don't know. If someone just screamed like a banshee whale to hit the ball at me, I was like, ugh. Also, don't mind a bit of rugby. I don't know. Maybe it's just, smacking another fella while you're trying to keep the ball away from him.
I
Sure.
imagine you're pretty good at rugby.
Not too bad. I got kicked off the field for punching the fella in the face, but he hit me first.
But I can see you as a man that when he wants to go somewhere quickly, he will go there no matter what's in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Nods. It's an astute observation. Takes a huge bite of the sausage.
Just smiles like, yay.
Doesn't like reading a good book, though. Nods to himself.
Oh.
What, the Count of Monte Cristo? That stuff is great.
So, a fighter and an intellectual.
I wouldn't say that now. You lean back.
No?
I wouldn't call myself the hoity-toity intellectual type. I like to read.
Why
doesn't
wouldn't you
like a
call
good
yourself
story?
that?
Oop, sorry.
Because when I see an we'll say intellectual, a lot of them like to rub it in their face about how smart they are. Or how much smarter than you they are. You'd see a fella from House Dougal with his mechanical arms, his mechanical penis, and mechanical what the fuck ever. And he'll tell you how great he is and how intellectual he is. What's that good to me? I read books because I enjoy the story. It captures my imagination. I don't need to tell you how much smarter I am just because I read a certain book you didn't. So I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself an intellectual. I just consider a man who likes his stories.
I don't think I've ever met anyone who didn't like a good story.
Interesting.
What about you, my lady? Have any hobbies?
Thinks for a minute. Hmm. Would swimming be counting as cheating?
Probably.
I mean,
Grin.
fighting be technically counted as cheating for me too.
Singing, I guess.
Oh, you sing?
Nothing impressive, but I do.
Well, it's settled then. Slaps his hand on his knee.
What's settled?
Well, there's a pub that we always go to, a bunch of us. That's more of a bar, really. You'd have a dance, a drink, and a sing. You should come next time.
Uh, all right. I don't see
Great.
why not.
Grins. Probably knows what fucking bar that is. It's run by my cousins. You like Steve. He's a friendly guy.
I haven't been to a bar in a while.
Well, you're two going with the two best people to go to a bar too.
Looks at Bambi.
She pitches him a bit of a measuring glance, comically enough. Playfully, but just like, you getting up to shit? Getting up to shit, buddy?
I mean, you can pin him if you want, Katie. Jeez.
Whoa. No, I can't.
You don't know.
She just gives a
Haha.
little squinty face.
It is a nice club, but it's been a little eventful the last few times we've been there.
Let me show you something. He pulls out his pocket, spins the phone around him, presses play. That is two fully grown women kicking the shit out of each other. You can
That is
recognize
two fully grown
two
women.
she women kicking the shit out of each other. Like I'm talking, someone grabs another one by the hair and smashes a bottle over, like the head off a table.
Yep.
Punches, and all you hear over is "Get him! Kick him! Bite her!" Oh!
She just looks at it. Just the hint of a smile.
Two she got very excited. Put it that way.
Excited.
Well, one of them from your house actually thought she was being challenged, and she took the challenge as to throw the drink in the other woman's face, and they all proceeded to batter the shit out of each other. It's very uncivilized. Nods over at Bambi.
What was that?
Enjoyable as hell though.
I'd imagine so.
So, if you like a bit of wildness, but also it's good company and good drink.
I don't normally plan for wildness or anything like that.
Neither do I. Nods.
I'd rather just take whatever's put in front of me and ride the wave. See what happens.
Bambi silently avows not to dance. Not to dance.
I mean, isn't that the best way to get adventure, though? Let the wind take you in any direction.
Oh yeah. That's the way to do it, alright. Rubs his beard.
Smiles. That
Torment.
smile is just angelic, almost.
Torment. It's the Torment smile. You know that fucking smile. It's the big, cheesy, Like, I am going to fuck you several ways from Sunday, smile. It's like, that's just written all over his face. He's like, yep, nope, that's it. It's confirmed. I'm going to try hit that. Smile.
But I guess a dance could be interesting. Not sure what my feet are like out of water.
I could give you a few lessons if you like.
Man, this is some good cider she's got right here.
I thought you liked dancing though, Bambi.
Oh, me? No, I love dancing. I just have to be very careful about when I do it.
Oh, nonsense, Bambi. You're a fine dancer.
She
Why do you have
shoots
to be
him
careful?
the eyeball, like, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Shoots her back. Oh, I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Shoots
Do
your glance over. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Uh, the aforementioned proclivities, I don't suppose you remember the generic folklore about satyrs.
Rolls my lips up.
Oh, yes, of course I do. Ha, ha, ha.
Hold on.
It's that kind of like, I know what it is.
Hold on. She's
No,
hiding
no.
this. She's being ladylike. It's okay. Okay, it's a start.
God, that's pretty good. I'll roll to see.
Nope.
I thought that was it then.
Not quite.
Oh, no. She just smiles like just the flutter of the eyes of, oh, by whatever do you mean, look?
Oh,
Hmm. I am out of cider. I'll be right back. Just trying to figure this one out in her head. Because she just makes such a polite face, and it's like, how do you broach this subject without it being completely inappropriate? So she will very briefly disappear into the caravan, trying to like decide how the fuck.
It's like, blink, blink. What? Did I?
She does that. She does that. It's fine. Not your fault. She gets a bit awkward. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
For what
about
it's worth, she probably also goes mildly pink, like, oh, I have to.
No. Poor
it. She
thing.
does that. She gets a bit nervous and you're fine. It's not you. Or it's not the crab. You're all right.
I mean, on the bright side, she doesn't stay gone for too long. She pops right back out. You can hear her go in and actually.
Before she comes back, let Rides like lean down and whisper, just don't be awkward about it and she'll be fine.
Awkward?
I mean, don't make it look too obvious that that happened type of thing.
Just, shrugs like, Like, I totally don't know what you're talking about.
Totally plays it cool, eating his meat, but totally not staring.
Yep, she will in fact reemerge with a 6-pack of cider because why half-ass things? I'll have an open bottle in hand as she takes his seat again. So, satyrs, pretty sure Pan was a god of lust. As she plops down. Or demigod of lust, something like that. And,
No, she doesn't say anything, just smiles politely.
so when we cut loose, we get very excited, very invested in what we're doing, which is usually a particular type of thing. We kind of share the enthusiasm. In my case, it's when I dance. When I'm really enjoying myself, people start doing glances at rides, things
Takes a long drink. Like, I don't know what you mean. I have never done anything like that. I am a perfect gentleman type drink.
No, she just smiles politely.
I don't think anyone does anything they wouldn't already want to do. It's just a certain knack for lowering inhibitions. So I try not to get too excited dancing at clubs and bars.
You shouldn't be down about it, though. You should feel proud that you can bring such energy to a room.
Oh,
Clyde raises the drink to Bambi, like, yep.
She takes on almost a bit of a guilty smile.
oh, in the right setting, yeah, I don't mind at all.
I don't think she's just ready for some people's reactions, that's all.
I also try not to get people arrested for public indecency.
Looks back at Rides again.
Looks at Rides as well, then, because that's an obvious glance at Rides.
Takes a drink. Look, she and I went to a private bathroom, that's all I'm saying.
No, Fragrar literally had to pick the two of you up and shove you in one of the private rooms. You were not stopping for anything or moving. Point with the bottle.
I'm just saying. Karina and I had a good time.
Oh,
See?
you did?
You should be happy you bring a lot of energy to a room.
See, no, I was delighted you did it, Bobby. We wanted to do that for a while.
Well, like I said, I don't generally mind. It's just, setting is important. At the parties I go to, no problem. Out in a, perfectly public club where people can get arrested or in trouble or caught on camera, maybe not so much.
All I'm saying is you just don't get caught. She told.
You say that, but Bells took pictures.
Yeah, but you know, that's that. She took pictures for a different reason.
And there's the fact that it's hard not to get caught when you're doing that in the middle of the dance floor.
I mean, to be fair, Karina started it.
I believe the initiation of the process involved you screaming "mate with me" at the top of your lungs.
Stares at Bambi like, why you gotta do this?
But I'm sure
Smirking.
he finished it.
There you
Oh,
go.
he did.
Oh, there you
There's
go.
sage nod.
Oh, that he did.
Jeez, you make it sound like I'm horrible, Bambi. Are you okay?
I am perfectly fine. It just didn't seem like the most kosher line of
I'm just saying.
conversation.
I'm just saying, can a man not chase his passions? All right then, fine. No, I get it.
Kid, I was
Sorry.
just worried
It
you were
just
going to get
takes a-
arrested.
Takes a drink, like all offended.
Scrunches her nose.
Don't be that way. You know I don't give a damn.
Mm-hmm. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Nose scrunches harder.
No,
Smiles
earnestly.
politely.
Oh god, what?
Smiles politely.
He turns a glance back over to Aelin.
I don't have issues with the whole thing. I just try to be cautious because, after all, there is no mundane explanation for a party becoming an orgy, and were someone to walk into a club or bar where something like that happened. Arrests all around. So
True. But I bet it makes for a great story.
Oh boy, it does. Just like a little nod of like, yep, you're not wrong. I wish it was not the case, but you're definitely not wrong.
See?
Takes a drink. You don't want to see my stuff that I can do. I may get all in the tizzy.
What?
You don't want to see the stuff I can do. I may get all in the tizzy.
I don't care as long as you don't do it to me.
Oh, really?
And preferably don't set people on someone literally half their size and soggy drunk. It's just cruel.
Thanks, Bambi. Takes a drink.
Okay.
I can make people do certain things. For example, I can make you fight anybody you want. Often releases the tension in the room, looks at Bambi. As proof of yesterday, those two girls that were fighting, best of friends now.
Little doe ears flit back. They're chimerical, but you can still see it. Just kind of annoyed, not actually angry.
And another thing I can do, if you would like to see,
Is
well, I need you to close your eyes first.
depends on what it is exactly.
It's often easier to do this.
I wouldn't let him do anything bad.
Closes her eyes.
You too, Bambi.
She shrugs and just closes her eyes.
Spends a point of glamour.
You don't need to spend a point of glamour.
I do
It's
need to
free.
find. I do. Oh no, I don't have.
It's free unless you're like grappled.
And Rides is gone when you open your eyes.
I'll admit that's a pretty good trick.
Who does he pop
Here-
up behind is the real question.
Right behind the Selkie's ear. Oh, I know. Like standing on the crab. Pushing him further down into the dirt.
She doesn't jump or anything. I was expecting it. Not the case of you'd expect her to jump. That's the way. But she doesn't. She just kind of turns around and smiles.
Takes a bit more of the food. I know it's a handy out thing. Some fella who had a problem with me having some relations with his girlfriend. He looked the other way and poof, gone.
I suppose that's very good for tense situations. You're not particularly wanting to get the hands dirty.
Oh yeah.
Fortunately, a few of my things aren't too interesting.
Well, you're like what, a princess of the sea? I imagine you got a few interesting things up your sleeve.
Shrugs.
He's totally staring, by the way. Just staring. Do you know what I mean?
Got a nasty case of that, hey girl.
It's not even that close though. He's not like up all in her personal business. He just reaches over his food and then takes a look. Like he just keeps looking.
Would I now?
I mean, I don't know. I
You
imagine
seem
you would.
to.
Well, I'm complimenting you, so I imagine you would.
A few small tricks.
I mean, can't wait to see him.
Maybe you will. Maybe you will. Definitely not for something such as a dinner table, anyway.
Well, I can wait. I'm a patient man.
Smiles.
Looking around the table, desperate, going, where the fuck did I leave that hat? And use it. Ugh.
Bambi is on another cider.
Just nods to himself. Is your friend going to be okay, by the way? Looks down.
Hmm?
Lifts up his boot.
Oh, he'll be fine. You just hear incoherent swearing from muffled head in sand.
That's good at least.
He needs to learn to behave.
Did you teach him that, did you?
Teaching.
Well then. Grins. I'm sure we've taken up enough of your time.
Please, good company is always welcome.
Might pay a visit sometime then.
Well, I'm not exactly going to be far. Turns and looks at the sea.
Well, I'll make it a personal note then to visit you the next time I pop by the beach. Not that far away, I'm only up the road.
Smiles. Oh, fuck it, let's roll for this. Why not?
Oh god, what are you doing?
Oh, what am I doing? Alright. Let's roll. Fuck it because she can. Let's roll this seduction. Why not? She likes him. He's funny. Just gotta love that natural magnetism. Yeah.
Charisma 3, baby!
So I believe it's a different role in Changeling, though, isn't it?
I think it's still appearance.
What you doing?
Just being like, oh yes, I would love for you to come see me. Flutter eyelids, glow.
Yeah, do it.
What's the role? Is it
I imagine it's
still
appearance. It's appearance.
Yeah.
appearance?
Appearance expression or something?
Appearance sub. There's always been appearance sub in my mind, but fuck it, I should roll this.
Either one.
This will be funny.
I suppose it depends on
Appearance.
whether you're being sincere or not.
Oh yeah, she is. Appearance sub plus that.
Oh.
Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. So she does.
Give me a second.
So as you're
Give me a
doing,
second.
whatever
I
you
got the
do.
gift ready.
All right. So as she says that, she turns and says, of course, it'd be a pleasure. And she just brushes that bit of matted hair out of her eyes, and they just seem to almost glow somewhat with that angelic smile just taking over. She looks absolutely stunning. Not like the kind of just kind of evident beauty. It's just something else, something almost weird about it. But it's the fact that it's just so comforting rather than the straight magnetism. It's just pleasant. So pleasant. And Bambi gets like a side hit of that too. It's like just genuine about this.
No.
Oh, hang on. So Ride stands there. For like a split second where he's momentarily like, oh. And this big, big smile emerges on his face. Just nods slowly. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, yeah. I'll definitely come see you.
I thank you very much for the dinner and the hospitality as always. And she turns and looks at Bambi, smiles.
Of course. I meant what I said before, and I understand it'll take time. But I meant it. And I'll keep come visiting.
I won't be far. And she begins to stand up. Yeah, gives a bit of a nod. I'll see you soon.
See you soon, lady. Yeah, yeah,
And she
yeah.
starts to almost very gracefully just walk into the water. The little crab just kind of scuttling behind her until she just disappears underneath it.
Rides, staring.
Is
That's
he at least
Bambi
got his
Top.
mouth closed?
Nope.
Oh dear. She'll get up and start grabbing the empty bottles, tuck them back into the six pack to bring them in. And as she comes around, Riots will very helpfully reach up and just kind of like lift his chin to close his mouth.
He'll eventually just like the Terminator turn like right in front of Bambi's face.
Ugh,
Bambi,
What?
she wants to ride the lightning.
Oh, for the love of the dreaming rides.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I know the look. I know the look. Walks into his cabin, rubbing his hands.
just kind of shakes her head, picks up a few things. And yeah, we'll probably hop into the back, start putting things away.
Sits down, plans.
And she looks at him and she thinks about saying something and decides that nope, I am not going to ruin his fun. Nope. So she will pull in the deck chairs and kind of look over at him like,
Rides, what are you doing?
I'm gonna plan a date. He's eating some food, staring out at the sea like, yes, yes. I've got an ingenious plan.
and she gives a bit of a shrug, goes ahead, pulls in the deck chairs. She'll leave the grill for him because it's still got to cool down, but we'll eventually come in and flop down. And for all that he is actively in the midst of planning a date, we'll still flop down alongside, nestled up by him because comfort. I imagine there it is safe to say, "Fuck it, we out. Thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. Katie gotta go to work. Peace."